All right, this is easy, but getting an accurate number is key. So grab a soft, flexible tape measure. First, find your spot. You're looking for the midway point between the top of your hip bone and the bottom of your ribs. For most people, that's right about at your belly button. Wrap the tape around you, making sure it's straight and not twisted. We need to talk about belly fat. But I'm not talking about the stuff you can pinch. I'm talking about a much bigger danger, one that's hidden deep inside you right now. And no, that's not just for dramatic effect. It's a real biological process that could be happening as we speak. There's no pain signal, no obvious warning sign, just a silent threat growing around the very organs that keep you alive. Okay, so let's break this down, because understanding this difference is everything. On one hand, you've got subcutaneous fat. That's the soft layer just under your skin, the stuff you can actually pinch. It can be annoying for sure, but it's not the main villain of our story. The real problem is this other stuff, visceral fat. You can't see it, you can't grab it, because it's packed deep inside your abdomen, literally woven around your organs. This is the one we really need to focus on.
So how does this hidden fat actually cause so much damage? Well, it's not just sitting there taking up space. You have to think of it as an active organ, one that's waging a quiet war on your body from the inside out.
First up, it goes right for your liver. Visceral fat can actually cause little droplets of fat to build up inside your liver cells. This can lead to a condition called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which causes dangerous inflammation and over time can even lead to permanent scarring or cirrhosis.
And it doesn't stop with the liver. This hidden fat is like a little factory, but instead of making good things, it's constantly pumping out inflammatory chemicals into your bloodstream. These chemicals are terrible for your arteries. They make them hard and stiff, which drives up your blood pressure and, as you can guess, seriously increases your risk of a heart attack.
And here's one that people almost never talk about, your kidneys. Too much visceral fat can literally press down on your kidneys. Imagine it physically squeezing them, restricting the blood flow they need to function. Over time, that constant pressure can cause serious, permanent damage and lead to chronic kidney disease.
Okay, I know that all sounds pretty intense, but here's where things turn around. This is the empowering part, because you can figure out exactly where you stand, right now. At home. Let's walk through a super simple test to measure your own personal risk zone.
All right, this is easy, but getting an accurate number is key. So grab a soft, flexible tape measure. First, find your spot. You're looking for the midway point between the top of your hip bone and the bottom of your ribs. For most people, that's right about at your belly button. Wrap the tape around you, making sure it's straight and not twisted. Now here is the most important part. Just be natural. Don't suck in your stomach or hold your breath. Just breathe out normally, let the tape rest on your skin without digging in, and then take the reading. That number is your honest starting point. So you've got your number. What does it actually mean? Well, major health organizations like the WHO and NIH have given us some very clear guidelines. For men, if your waist measures above 40 inches, that's 102 centimeters, you're considered in the high-risk zone. For women, that high-risk number is anything above 35 inches, or 88 centimeters. If your measurement is over that line, it's a really clear signal from your body that it's time to take action. And that brings us to the absolute best part of this whole conversation. If you did land in that high-risk zone, please hear this. Visceral fat is reversible. In fact, it's often the first type of fat to go when you make lifestyle changes. So let's get right into the simple 4-step plan you can start, well, literally today.
Here's your game plan, and it is incredibly effective. First, cut way back on processed sugar and refined carbs. Think sodas, candy, white bread, pastries. These foods spike a hormone called insulin, and you can think of insulin as your body's fat storage manager. When it's high, it's telling your body to store fat, especially in your belly. Second, just walk. Seriously, we are not talking about running marathons. A brisk 30-minute walk 5 times a week is amazing for burning visceral fat because it makes your body more responsive to insulin. Third, get your sleep. 7 to 9 hours. When you're sleep deprived, your body pumps out the stress hormone cortisol, and cortisol's favorite thing to do is tell your body to store fat around your midsection. And finally, number 4, ease up on the alcohol. Your liver has to drop everything to process alcohol. Any extra energy from that drink gets stored very, very efficiently as visceral fat.
You know, this quote just hits it right on the head. The danger is in some deep, dark secret. It's right there. The problem is that we often don't even think to look for it until it's already causing a major issue.
So, there it is. You have the tool to see your risk. You have a clear, proven, 4-step plan to fight back. The information isn't hidden from you anymore. The only question left is the one you see right here.